45 or more. 15.
Oh, that's right in the middle of the pack there, bro. What's your reaction to this early negotiation offer?
My initial
from the
reaction
49ers?
is,
Bro, he's
I
right again.
called this.
He's calling
I
everything.
said 45 is perfect. Now, I'll be honest.
You said you thought he would
I don't
take
think they're
45.
playing hardball.
Okay.
I think hardball, kind of, sort of, would have been coming in at 40, hoping to settle at 45. I think them coming in at 45 is like, we'll do 50-ish. You know what I mean? And so Brock should play hard because they come in with that first offer. They're willing to go higher. But I love this.
Right. Wow. So you'd be fine with giving him 50 million?
Yes, I've been saying that. He should settle in right around there, take less money so that you can get the pieces around you. The cap is going up. Some might say, so he should get more money.
Yeah.
There's not really much he can do with 60 million that he can't do with
okay,
50
but
million a year. I mean, sir,
how it
so
works?
No, that's
Like
how
a
it should.
$10 million
When you got your head screwed on straight, you understand that. I think he has his head screwed on. Patrick Mahomes is making 45 a year.
He signed his deal 5 years ago.
Yes, but he still should have got more than that. The dude is he could go right now and say, it ain't even close. I'm the best quarterback in the league. Give me more money. These guys are making 60 million. They're not even getting to the championship game. But he knows Brady same way. But we win. Yeah. We're about winning. Brock can write a great legacy for himself, take a little less money, still getting paid a ton of money, and get pieces around you.
I like that. Yeah, $45 million really isn't hardball because that's their initial offer.
Right.
So that's their starting point. Right. I don't think the 49ers are necessarily known for being a hardball team. This feels like a little bit of the agent might be pushing this out, that they're playing hardball. You know, this is the initial offer that they're making. And then the per year number isn't nearly as important as the guaranteed money aspect of it. You know, that's what I'm curious. You can make a per year number whatever you want it to do with dummy years in the back end. To me, it's more what is the guaranteed money that he's going to get. And it's interesting here because Brock can make a strong argument that he should get what Dak gets. I mean, based off of what his accomplishments are. And then the 49ers can make a strong argument of, we owe you $5 million this year, and the franchise number next year will probably be about 40, 45 million. So it's about the same numbers you'd get for a single year we could get you for the next 2 years. So they've got leverage as well. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be about how much are they willing to commit to him in real live money that they have to pay, as opposed to some, you know, what could be an artificial per year average.
Right, but you're right, Coach, the guarantee is what matters because the per year can be fake on the high end.
Yeah, with
which means which puts this 45 even into more perspective. I think you guys or I shouldn't say you're looking at it the wrong way. I just looked at it very differently. This is a wildly insulting number. Wildly. 3 years ago,
Nick would be a great agent. That's exactly what happens. They come in with this $45 million. It's wildly
it's hard for the audience and for any of us to put it is remove even the dollars. It's just the industry standard, right?
No, you're right.
3 years ago, Kyler Murray got $46 million a year when the salary cap was $50 million less. Hold on. 2 years ago, Justin Herbert got $52 million a year. Last year, Tua got $53, and Trevor and Jordan Love.
Oh my God, and how is it I'm going to let this clip play, I just can't help it. How is it working out for those quarterbacks? How is it working out for those franchises? Please tell me. Please tell me, how good are the Arizona Cardinals? How good are the Miami Dolphins? How good are the Jacksonville Jaguars? Tell me, how good are the Dallas Cowboys? Okay? So to say that this is insulting or this is ridiculous and the precedent and this and that is so absurd. It's so absurd. Oh my gosh. And to say about Patrick Mahomes that it's, Patrick Mahomes signed the deal, 5 years ago. Whatever. Right, because Patrick Mahomes can't tear up his contract and say, give me more money. I want more. Are you kidding me? Dak just signed for 60. You better give me 65. Of course Patrick Mahomes can do that. Of course. And no, Patrick Mahomes is not by far better than every quarterback out there. That narrative is nonsense.
Love, after 9 good games, got 55. To come to me, you don't have to have your initial offer be highest paid in league history. You cannot credibly go to Brock Purdy and when the salary cap jumped massively and offer him $45 million. One other note, this is because it's hard to compare year to year because the cap grows. This is 16% of the current salary cap. That is the equivalent to what the Saints gave Derek Carr. See, like the guys who make $45 million like Josh Allen now, when he got $45 million a year, it was 24% of the salary cap. It's jumped that much. So like to me, this is an offer that dares Brock Purdy to say, no, I'm not negotiating.
This is so absurd. I'm sorry. First off, even the biggest Brock Purdy fans and the 49ers fans aren't going to be like, well, yeah, he should be able to get the exact same percentage that like a Josh Allen was able to get. Again, we already know that you want your quarterback to take less, to have a lower percentage of the cap. That once you cross this threshold, I forget what the threshold is, you essentially, it's like almost all but a guarantee you will not win. So you're expecting the 49ers to just try to be like bypass this? You expect the 49ers not to be like, yo, look, yeah, you know what? Dak Prescott, $60 million. Guess what? Now he has to change his contract. And Tua and the Packers and all these other teams, they're struggling. We're here to win. We are the San Francisco 49ers. You know, look what Mahomes is doing. Look what Tom Brady's doing. You said last year, going into this past season, that you wanted to be like Tom Brady. Tom Brady took less. So yeah, maybe you could go and get $60 million. You know what? Maybe the Giants would pay you $60 million, or the Panthers, or... Do you think you're going to win there? Do you really think that? You see what we're trying to build here. You see already how crazy it is. We got to move on from Debo. Now we got to potentially move on from Ayuk. And like now, like money's money. So we could talk about how much someone is owed, or we could talk about how to play winning football, how to build a winning football team. This is also just your first contract. You were the last pick in the draft. Those other quarterbacks were top 10, top 5, depending on where they were. Even using Dak Prescott as an example is disingenuous because it's not his first contract. It's not his first contract. And that was a mistake paying Dak all that money. And most people would say it was a mistake to pay Tua that money and to pay, Trevor Lawrence that money. There's a lot of mistakes out there. The teams that made really smart financial decisions with their quarterbacks? You know what the two teams are? The Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, are those the two best teams in the NFL right now? Are they the two most winningest teams for the last, 8 years or so? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Makes sense then. Okay. But it's somehow insulting. This is a slap in the face to Brock Purdy. Oh, okay. Okay, sure. For trying to build a winning culture and a winning team. Again, you just know how disingenuous it is when you're saying, well, but Patrick Mahomes signed his contract so long ago. Oh, because Patrick Mahomes has no power over anything, right? He's all of a sudden just at the mercy of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's like, well, gee golly, I signed my contract. There's nothing I could do now. Right. Okay. Sure. Come on. It's so absurd. We're trying to twist this now into something that it's not. And I agree with what Bruce's saying. You're going to start at a number like 45, give your pitch, see if he takes it, and then be willing to potentially go up to 50 or even 55. You always want to be able to get a better deal for your quarterback. And yes, this is when the business is the business. You say, hey, man, we didn't win last year. You were our quarterback. You can blame the defense, you can blame this, but listen, we pay you more money, then we can't fix those problems. And when we had a great team, we were in the Super Bowl, you didn't elevate your game. You didn't cost us the game, but you didn't elevate the game. I can point to let's use Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts elevated himself in this Super Bowl. He elevated him in 2 Super Bowls. So yeah, this is a good deal. We can talk about Justin Herbert. We can talk about all these other quarterbacks. That's fine. Those teams fail to build a team that can get to Super Bowls. We have that. We've proven that, and we've done it without you. So you can't tell us that you're the sole reason why. We did it with Jimmy Garoppolo. So yeah, take a little less money, and we are going to continue to build awesome teams and win football games. With you being the quarterback of a massive franchise like the 49ers. With a massive fan base. Where our history speaks for itself. And guess what, man? You win a Super Bowl because you're saying that you're worth all this money, and if you are, well, then you should be able to win a Super Bowl. Bro, you don't think you're going to be all over the world in commercials and this and that? You're going to be Matthew Stafford won one Super Bowl, and he's doing like phone commercials and mattress commercials. Like, are you serious? You think winning a Super Bowl with the 49ers? With the 49ers wouldn't be insane? Massive? Just have a pretty good career, and your chances of making the Hall of Fame now skyrocket. You don't even got to break records. Just be a really good quarterback, win a Super Bowl or two. I mean, you're pretty much in the Hall of Fame. We know the media loves you, and understandably so. You know, continue to be the leader that you are. Continue to be the team player that you are. I mean, like, those are all the pitches. What do the Miami Dolphins offer a Tua? What did the Chargers be able to offer, you know, Justin Herbert? The Jags, Trevor Lawrence. Like, essentially nothing. At the end of the day, seriously, nothing but money. When you're playing for an awesome coach, an awesome franchise, awesome ownership, GM, fan base, city, etc., it is a give and take relationship. You will take less money to live in a better place working for a better company because it's like the perks are better. You have better hours, you have more vacation days, you have it a little bit easier of a schedule, you have a little bit more autonomy, maybe not a boss, you know, breathing down your throat. All of that type of stuff. But when they need you to move to, like, you know, I don't know, Antarctica, they're like, all right, man, there's nothing here. This job is insane. You're going to get sick all the time. You're going to be freezing. You're not going to see the sun for like a month. So we got to pay you a lot of money. But you know what? If I got a beautiful job right off the beach in California, just absolutely beautiful, perfect, your life is going to be significantly easier working at this company compared to the company in Antarctica. Sure, you can take that Antarctica job and get paid more money. Absolutely, go for it. But like, dude, like, they don't even, you got to pay for your own coffee out there. Like, you know? So you got to sleep with 20 blankets. It's different. And that's what this is. This isn't just this binary, well, this is how much quarterbacks go for, there you go. So you're telling me that the Jacksonville Jaguars should be run exactly how the San Francisco 49ers are? That doesn't actually make sense. And if we want to talk about president of businesses and stuff like that, and the NFL is a business, that's not how any business is. A computer programmer for Google makes significantly different money than a computer programmer for Oshkosh Bagosh. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. And you can make more money working for a different company that's not Google, but what Google has to offer, again, the freedom, the amenities, the resume building, etc., etc. So they're like, yeah, fine, take that other job by all means, but like, dude, have you seen what we have to offer? And heck, you know, who am I talking to here right now? I'm talking to literally the Bay Area. They know this better than anyone. So, you know, football players and just people in general need to understand these win-win things, not these win-loss agreements. Win-win agreements. So yeah, if you want to just maximize your money, sure. that's a different conversation. And if that's what you want, again, it's important to know. But Purdy has consistently said, I want to win. So to try to paint this as being insulting or something, it's just kind of absurd. And this is where, teams like the 49ers, and I said this actually last season, I think, and now I also made a similar statement now about the Philadelphia Eagles, that when you're a young quarterback, younger, relatively speaking, if you can win a Super Bowl or two, and start to have people discuss, like, hey, is this an all-time great quarterback? Can this guy be the GOAT, et cetera, et cetera? I think you see those quarterbacks take more team-friendly deals because they want to keep winning. They want to keep winning. And so, but if you don't, and you're like, well, we haven't won anyway, you better at least give me my money. It's a little different. And so obviously the 49ers were not unable to win the Super Bowl with Purdy for over the last couple of years. And that can hurt you a little bit, because I think if Jalen Hurts wins another Super Bowl, if Jalen Hurts plays another great year, has another great Super Bowl and wins, and now he's got 2 Super Bowls and he's played in 3, and he has top stats in Super Bowl history as a quarterback, which he already has right now, but if you now add a third, it really kind of solidifies that. People will start talking about, is this an all-time great quarterback? And then I think the next time he's up for a contract, he will take, a friendlier deal. It'll just be he'll be like, I want to keep this party going. Which is why you'll see someone like a Mahomes kind of want to continue that. Mahomes goes on some big draft. It all depends on where the GOAT conversation for Mahomes, where Mahomes' career takes him and whatnot. You have some quarterbacks who get all the money they can in the beginning, and then they're like, man, I never won. All right, fine. I'm willing to take less. It all depends. But to act like the starting point for the 49ers is $45 million, man, it's just negotiations 101. It's football 101. It's winning 101. But somehow it's a disgrace. It's insulting. Okay. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about this insanely insulting offer to Brock Purdy from the 49ers? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.